Okay, let's talk a little bit about dividing decimals. I'm going to real quick do a pictorial model, and then following that I'll do the standard algorithm that you have been learning in class. So let's first start with our pictorial model. I'm using my base 10 blocks. The flats are representing the whole. Columns are going to be your tenths, and each individual square is your hundredths. The problem that we're going to solve this time is going to be it's going to be 1 and 23 hundredths divided by 3. So this first number here is telling you how much that we're going to be divided out. So let's just visually look to see how much that number is. So 1 would be one whole of these flats here. And then let's do the 23 hundredths. This is 1/10, 2/10, and then 1, 2, 3, 3 of the hundredths. So 1 and 23 hundredths. And that's what we have to divide into the 3. So now we're going to look down here, and this is where we're going to divide out our 1 and 23 hundredths into 3 different parts, just like you would do with regular division. Say you had 12 and you're wanting to put it into 3 groups. It's the same thing, it's just we're dealing with a whole and a partial number. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to see, well, here is 1/10, so I'll put that into the first group, kind of dividing it out into each one. The second tenths would go here into the second group, and then so on. So that'd be 3. And then you're just going to keep on going, dividing out evenly into each group. The second tenths here would be that one. The second tenths in the second group, that would be that row. The second tenths into the third group. I'm just kind of marking it off to keep track of it. It's going to be the third. We're going to keep going here. And then another one. And then the 4/10. The 4/10. We also could have looked at it as there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 tenths, and so we just could have done that and counted it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm not done yet. I still have the 3/10, the 300ths, I'm sorry, there to divide out. So I'll put 100ths there, the second hundredths, and then the third hundredths. And so now I am completely done dividing those out into the 3 groups. So if we count in each group here, I've got 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and then that 1, that's 41 hundredths. So my answer, or the quotient for my product here, is going to be 41 hundredths, because that's how much I had in each group here. Now let's look at the same problem again, but doing it as the standard algorithm method. So I'm going to write it again. 1 and 23 hundredths divided by 3. As we look at this, this is with your addition, subtraction, and division. When we're doing the standard algorithm, we're just going to keep our decimal point in the exact same spot. So let's just bring it up here. I guess maybe I should have done that in a different color. Hold up, let me fix that. That way it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so let's bring this up. Let's try this again. Decimal point there. If we look at the 3 that goes into the 1's place, it goes into the 1. That doesn't go in any, so we're going to put a 0 here. So 0 times my 3 here is 0. I'm going to subtract that out. 1. And then I'm going to bring down the 2. Then I have my 3 into 12 goes 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to subtract that out. Gives me 0. Now I'm not done because I still have some numbers up here, so I'm going to bring down my 3. And 3 goes into 3 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. That gives me 0. So as you can see, just like with the other one, my answer is 41 hundredths. Now remember, you can always check your division by doing multiplication. So let's do 41 hundredths multiplied 3. This is my checking my work here. The 3 times 1, I'm using the standard algorithm on this. 3 times 1 is 3, and the 3 times 4 is 12. And then I'm counting how many places are behind the decimal point. 1, 2. Start from my back here. 1, 2. And I've got the same answer that I had here. So my answer is checked. So as you can see from the previous slide, we did the pictorial model, and it just kind of visually let you see how we were separating everything out into the 3 different groups. And then this current slide right here, we're looking at the standard algorithm just to kind of see a quick, efficient way of doing it.